Hey, babe.
Hi. All right. So I have a question for you.
Shoot.
We've got this couples retreat coming up in October. I want to know why you think couples should come to this retreat.
Why couples would want to come to this retreat?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the beautiful journey that we've been on is because we have learned how to communicate, how to be present for each other, um, and to kind of face the challenges head on early on. Doesn't mean if it's not early in your relationship, there isn't still tools that you can learn. But we have learned that even now, years later in our relationship, that facing those challenging conversations head on, um, while they can be nerve wracking to think about having them, and they can even be uncomfortable to have them, afterwards, I feel the connection that we feel and the confidence that we feel in our relationship, the strength in our relationship, the security in one another is only strengthened. So, why would couples want to come to this retreat? Because we have created a experience through the tools that we have learned as a couple, as coaches. I myself, as a breathwork practitioner, qigong instructor, Reiki master, I bring all of my skills, tools, and gifts to the table as well as you do. And we create a space where even men um, can probably discover one layer deeper of their emotion, especially when it comes to expressing it to their partner. I know as men, oftentimes that's not the easiest thing for us to do. Most likely because our fathers, I can speak for myself, didn't emote, deep emotional feelings in that way. So that's the only kind of role model that we've had. But to have a space where it's safe to do that and to have exercises and workshops where we teach you how to do it, and then you get to practice it, and then you get to experience it, and then you get to feel how much closer you feel to one another. I mean, is there another reason?
Yeah. Well said. And I think something that is significant about this retreat that's coming up in October is we actually start the first night in the opening ceremony, the very first exercise, activity, whatever you want to call it, that we'll be engaging in is actually about connection to self first. So we start at the beginning, right? Because the ultimate connection that you can ever have with your partner is going to be determined by the connection that you have with yourself. So
It's true.
we start there. And again, this retreat is for it's for couples who you already are deeply connected and deeply in love. So it's not for the couples that are maybe this isn't couples therapy. Let me put it that way. It's not couples
No.
therapy.
Nope.
It is a space, a container where couples can come together, and we're going to have activities and interactive workshops, if you will, and teaching and practices and rituals and all kinds of growth minded things for you to engage in. And we have amazing team members that are joining us on this too. So we have you can check out the website for the full agenda to see who's teaching what and what's all involved. A lot of planning and attention to detail is going into this, which I love to do. So But communication is going to be a lesson that is brought into both full days of the retreat. You know, there's always room for work on our communication. And so we have a fabulous team member, Roslyn, who you'll read about on the website, but she's going to be teaching in that capacity. We have a fantastic yoga instructor who's going to be doing a yoga ritual that's with couples in mind. So another way to connect
That's nice.
on the physical realm, right? Everything is about connection. So like I said, beginning at the beginning with connection to self first, and then how can we take that and channel it into our relationship together. And I think that we have some really beautiful ways that we're going to be doing that.
One thing I wanted to say about the communication is, again, I'm just again speaking for guys. Communication sometimes tends to be challenging for us because we think that the only way that we communicate is with our words. The only way that we communicate is by being able to say some, deep, meaningful phrase, right? But so much communicates. And in this workshop, you're going to get a chance to really practice different ways of communication, such as just touching in a more intentional way, just holding one another's gaze for longer than you probably ever have before, to where it actually begins to feel uncomfortable, which opens up a whole nother way of communicating, where you start to see something in the other person, some vulnerability, some fear, some anxiety, some love, some joy, some giddiness, some silliness, right? And a deeper level of communication starts to happen. So that's something very powerful that we're excited about for you to experience with this retreat.
Yeah. We'll be putting out some more of these videos as time goes on, just kind of sharing more insight as we continue planning, as things continue coming together. But today I want to share these bracelets that we got.
These are awesome.
We were at the farmer's market, and what does yours say?
Well, since I am a breathwork practitioner and I teach breathwork and facilitate breathwork, mine says, breathe.
Yes. And mine says, do epic shit. Because
Because that is what this retreat is. It is going to be epic.
It's going to be epic. So get ready to come breathe and do some epic shit with us. We hope to see you there.
All right, we'll see you there.